யாரு, உனக்கு என்ன வேணுங்கிறத பொறுத்து நான் யாருங்கிறது மாறும்.
Captain Miller set in the 1930s and follows the story of the eponymous character. How a lower caste boy named Annalison from a remote village went on to be a sepoy named Miller in the British Indian Army and eventually a notorious dacoit named Captain Miller. A man who has lost all the hope in life goes rogue, but he is forced to look back when he is faced with the trade-off between his selfishness and doing what is right for his village. The film also delves into the freedom struggle that was active during the time period. Captain Miller also ends with a perfect cliffhanger, setting up the base for its sequel. What works in Captain Miller? Undeniably, the star of the show in Captain Miller is writing. The screenplay, the narrative structure, the character arcs, the dialogues, the clever use of a MacGuffin, Arun Matheswaran has brought it all out. The film unfolds like a book, chapter by chapter, with each chapter keeping the audience guessing as to what would happen. Furthermore, Captain Miller seems to revolve around the central theme for freedom. Not just of the nation or the village from the colonizers, but also internal freedom. The freedom from guilt, the freedom from regret, and the most importantly, the freedom from the thoughts that change the characters to the past. The film has a socio-political undertone as well, which isn't it forced upon the audience, rather just conveyed with intelligently crafted scenes by the filmmaker. In a recent interview, Shivarajkumar, who plays a prominent role in the film, had mentioned that all the characters in Captain Miller are motivated by their own needs and wants. And it could not have been said in a better way. Each character, each individual leads a different life, has different motivations and has different motives, but in the end come together for the same cause. Another major plus point for the film is technical side. The music by G.V. Prakash Kumar does its job perfectly and elevates the film. The music during the action sequences are sure to give any cinephile goosebumps. Additionally, G.V. Prakash has seamlessly blended rural percussions with a spaghetti western dqEMQ theme, which is sure to suit the audience as well as pump them as and when necessary. The cinematography by Siddhartha Nuni and the editing by Nagura Ramachandran go hand in hand. The shots are cleverly set up as well as the present in order to squeeze the maximum emotions from the actors as well as evoke the maximum from the audience. The art direction by Tha Ramalingam helped make the film more visually stunning as well, bringing the 1930s back to life. The stunt choreography by Dilip Subbarajan deserves a special mention as well, managing to set a balance between the violence and gore. What does not work in Captain Miller? Everything said, Captain Miller is not free from flaws, however minimal they are. The first of, although it sets the premise for the film perfectly, might feel a bit dragged out at places. However, the film completely takes off in the second half and even leaves the audience wanting for more. That being said, it is important to mention the first half is slow only in comparison to the second half and in no way takes away the cinematic spectacle that is Captain Miller. At the time of censor certificate, it was revealed that the makers were asked to trim down 4 minutes from the action sequence in the film climax. While watching in the theatres, the sequence plays out so well that one is left wondering about the trimmed down minutes, wishing they could get a glimpse. It only be hoped that makers figure out a way to put it out. Performances in the Captain Miller. With a star cast including DHANUSH, Shivarajkumar, Sandeep Kishan, Priyanka Mohan, Aditi Balan, Vinod Kishan, Nazar, John Kokan, Edward Sonenze, and many more, the expectations are sky high even before one walks into the theatre. However, it has been delivered perfectly by the actors, bringing each character to life. As mentioned earlier, the characters are driven by their personal motives and struggles, which means that their actions and reactions are quite different as well. Each actor has given their 100%, helping transport the viewer to the world of Captain Miller. Dhanush and Shivarajkumar's chemistry as well as the former's chemistry with Priyanka Mohan deserves a special mention. Despite strained relationships and several misunderstandings, they are forced to interact due to circumstances, which the actors have done phenomenally. Additionally, John Cocken and Edward Sonnenblick's performances as the antagonists deserves a special mention as well. The actors make sure that the characters are despised by the audience, as intended by the filmmaker. It wouldn't be far-fetched to say John Cocken's Rajadipati is quite reminiscent of Leonardo DiCaprio's Calvin Candy from Quentin Tarantino's 2012 film Django Unchained. Verdict of Captain Miller. Captain Miller is one such example where the story that is written on paper is brought to life and transports the audience to the world in which it is happening. The film deserves a watch in theatres and is sure to give the audience a roller coaster ride of emotions and goosebumps. The film also promises to give fans food for thought, as well as leaving them wanting for more, which is sure to be delivered when the film's sequel comes out. And my rating would be 4 out of 5.